Greetings and welcome once more to Sonic Odyssey, the music video channel dedicated to bringing you the last 5 decades or so of music in review and discussion format. The basic gist of Sonic Odyssey's mission is to explore a wide variety of genres of music over the last 5 decades, looking at new releases as well as albums from the late 60s up through 2021. And into the future. Before we dive into today's music, let's get the housekeeping out of the way. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video channel. You can like by hitting that thumbs up button, and you can share the video by hitting the share button below and share through Facebook, Twitter, or other social media networks. And by subscribing, you'll also be able to keep up to date with all things Sonic Odyssey. And I would also, if I could, ask you most humbly, please consider visiting my Patreon page. I have a Patreon account, the link for which is in the show description below the video. And there you can see the tiers that I have set up. You can see if you'd like to become a patron, and if so, your patronage would be greatly appreciated, and I thank you very much. And that's the housekeeping out of the way, so let's get into today's topic. It's not going to be a very long one today, or at least I don't think it's going to be very long, but it is going to be, I hope, interesting. Today we're looking at Edinburgh's band which goes by the name of Dvne. And we're going to be looking at and listening to their sophomore effort, Etemen, Ænka. Dvne is a quintet which formed in 2013. And the band's current lineup is Victor Vicart on guitar, vocals, and keyboards, Daniel Barter on guitar and vocals, Dudley Tate on drums, Greg Armstrong on bass, and Evelyn Mays on keyboards. Dvne plays a doomy style of groove-laden heavy metal with a tinge of progressive elements thrown into the mix. Their debut album, 2017's Asheran, was broadly received very well critically and by fans alike, and was quite a success. Asheran was a bit more accessible than, upon first listen, than Etemen Ænka is, but Etemen Ænka is a rewarding album, which reveals itself upon multiple listens. In fact, Victor is quoted as saying, and I quote, Etemen Ænka is a very dense and layered album which will reward multiple listens, end quote. The concept of the album can be interpreted in different ways, and even the band members themselves have conflicting ideas about what exactly the concept is. But in the most, its focus is on social issues and specifically on equality and mankind's relationship with power. The story is told over the course of 10 songs, and the 10 songs cover centuries within the story. It is a musical style that many compare to Mastodon, for example, but there are other comparisons that could probably be drawn. However, it is a very unique album on its own and stands strongly on its own feet. But to get a taste for this, let's give a listen to the centerpiece of the album. The song is entitled Omega Severer, and we'll give a little bit of a listen to a bit of that now. this section you can hear the richly textured instrumentation. There's some fine guitar noodling going on, and the drums are strong and punctuating throughout the entire album, actually, with force and gravity. The drum work on the album throughout is marvelous and worthy of mention as being one of the strong elements. The album is 10 songs. A few of those clock in at under 4 minutes and serve sort of as bridges for the lengthier pieces of music, putting together the story. But they are far from throwaway or filler songs. Take, for example, the 9th song on the album, a track called Asphodel, and we're going to listen to a tiny bit of that right now. This peaceful lullaby of a number transitions so incredibly smoothly into the closer, Satuya, which is a far heavier number and goes through some masterful changes in song structure and time signatures and progressive and heavy elements mixed together, with some incredible solo work mixed in. There's a lot of fantastic instrumentation layered and textured throughout the entire album. Dvne may have started their career as a kind of doom post-rock band, but with Etemen and Ænka, it's clear that they have grown far beyond the confines of just that small categorization. This is an album which will reward you and give you greater pleasure with multiple listens. It does have that type of quality to it. It is worthy of multiple listens, even if the first time you play it you're a little bit unsure whether or not you want to go back again. It really is a rewarding album. It's rich, layered, textured, deep. The story is beautifully drawn out, and even though the album is an hour, 8 minutes long, it never feels lengthy. It feels like it's a smooth ride and a wonderful series of different musical elements mixed together, and the transitions between them and the bridges between the songs work beautifully. It is masterfully done. If there is any single weakness the album might have, it might be the male clean vocals. There are harsh vocals which are really great, really strong. There are female vocals which are very beautiful and provide a wonderful backdrop to the heaviness or tenderness of the music, and sometimes the female vocals provide that tenderness as well. But sometimes the clean male vocals come through a little bit weakly. They seem to be struggling and don't sound as sure-footed or confident as they could, and so that's probably the only negative that I would give the album. Otherwise, this is easily a 4 out of 5-star album. Close to that 4.5. It's really right up there. Marvelous album that I've listened to probably more than 20 times over the last few months, and I can't recommend it enough. It is a 2021 release, and it is a marvelous album. I highly recommend that you check out Etemen, Ænka by Dvne, and you can find it on iTunes, Bandcamp, Spotify, and other distributors of music. Please be sure to take a listen, and hopefully you'll find it as rewarding as I did. I thank you very much for your time and attention. Please, once more, do like, share, and subscribe. And also consider visiting the Patreon page. You can go so far as to have your name listed in the end credits of each video, or even go so far as to have an album of your choice be reviewed here on the channel. So please do take a look at my Patreon page. And with that being said, I wish you a great day. I thank you very much. Peace. Until next time, bye-bye.